You're telling the enemy everything you want to do.
No, we're not.
See, you're telling the enemy everything you want to do. No wonder you've been fighting. No wonder you've been fighting ISIS your entire adult life. Look at her website. You know what? It's no different than this. She's telling us how to fight ISIS. Just go to her website. She tells you how to fight ISIS on her website. I don't think General Douglas MacArthur would like that too much.
Well, we've got our own general on this one. That was, of course, Donald Trump criticizing President Obama's strategy for ISIS. There was more on this. Roll some more tape, please.
President Obama and Secretary Clinton created a vacuum the way they got out of Iraq, and ISIS was formed. But they wouldn't have even been formed if they left some troops behind, like 10,000 or maybe something more than that.
George W. Bush made the agreement about when American troops would leave Iraq, not Barack Obama.
She brought George W. Bush into it. This man on the right-hand side of your screen, by the way, is the former four-star general. His name is General Jack Keane, frequent guest on the program. General, welcome back. Good to see you.
Good to be here, Stuart.
Was she factually accurate when she said that George W. Bush was the president who said when troops would leave?
He did put in play the timing of the troops' departure. He did not put in play what the number was. That was to be resolved sometime after his administration. And the reality is this. The commander on the ground, a commander by the name of General Lloyd Austin, who commanded our forces at the time, eventually Central Command and just retired, he actually recommended to the Iraqis and to the administration a force of north of 20,000, about 22,000. The Obama administration came in with their negotiators with the Maliki government and very quickly negotiated down to zero. And is there a cause and relationship to ISIS? Yes. If we had our forces there, even half of what General Austin had suggested, we would have had the intelligence and the counterterrorism force there as soon as ISIS raised its head as a terrorist force inside of Baghdad. They would have been stomped on just like the Al-Qaeda had been defeated back in 2007 and 2008. So, yes, I'm absolutely convinced there is a relationship between no troops in Iraq and the formation of ISIS as the entity we're dealing with today.
Got it. Now, General, Mr. Trump took her to task, took Hillary Clinton to task on the Iran nuke deal as well. Just watch this.
But you look at the Middle East. You started the Iran deal. That's another beauty, where you have a country that was ready to fall. I mean, they were doing so badly. They were choking on the sanctions, and now they're going to be actually probably a major power at some point pretty soon, the way they're going.
Now, was Donald Trump right in linking Hillary Clinton to the Iran nuke deal, which was largely conducted by President Obama?
This is a policy of the Obama administration that the Secretary of State was a participant. And this was the seminal foreign policy objective of the administration. That is to create a new relationship with Iran, and the means to do that would be this nuclear deal. And the deal is being criticized by people, obviously a political candidate here, with some justification. What we wanted when we first sat down around the table, Stuart, with the Iranians was we told them, look, we'll only negotiate if you remove all of the infrastructure to support the development of a nuclear weapon. And they've said, no, we're not going to do that. So what we found ourselves in, we agreed to a deal that would allow them to have a nuclear threshold capability in 10 years, and in 15 years actually have a weapon. The very thing that the nuclear deal was supposed to prevent. Now, why did they insist on keeping their nuclear infrastructure, isotopes, centrifuges, some degree of uranium, the secret sites? Because they intend to cheat. They intend to cheat. They always have. And they have the means to do it because we left them the means in place. They're not going to wait 15 years. If they're already not cheating, they will cheat.
General, I've got 15 seconds, but I have to ask you this. Most of the people around this table here in New York were shouting at the TV last night. Were you?
No.
Did you watch?
It bored the daylights out of me.
Fair enough,
no, not at all. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Honest answer. We'll take that. General Jack Keane, former four-star general. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you being with us.